Flags are raised. And they're off. Jumping away over 3 miles for the Ladbrokes Go North Brindisi Breeze Hurdle Series final. Down to the first of 14 intended jumps here. Punxsutawney Phil down along the inside of Top Man Tom as they came over the first, all safely across it. Quite a bad error, though, made by Be The Difference. Joe Williamson sitting tight right towards the back of the field. On they head now to the second, and it is Punxsutawney Phil from Top Man Tom. Prominent as well, the first of the greys, Guernsey, hopped over that in third. Without a bit wider, Hostile Hotelier in the blue and yellow. And next in running, Fierce Warrior, who's in light blue. Just in front of Give Up Your Old Sins, who's down the outside. And Amanda in amongst runners. Favourite UOK Hun in black and red silks over towards the rails. Kajaki and Forged Well are a little wider out. Next in running, Prince of Perth, who's a place in front of Edgewell. And then Star Vantage, the best turned out winner at the back end of the field, with Be The Difference in second last. And as is usually the case, You Some Girl is held up under Charlie Maggs, the back marker of the 15, and around about 12 lengths off Punxsutawney Phil and Jamie Hamilton, who head off into the back straight with the call. So visored for the first time today, Punxsutawney Phil shows in front by a couple of lengths on towards the third flight. We'll take it ahead of Top Man Tom, who landed in second, and they're all safely across at the first going down the back. Racing close up as well is Hostile Hotelier, who's a little wider out of Guernsey, and they're being followed to the next hurdle by Fierce Warrior. Then Anamanda jumping in front of fellow grey Kajaki. And then to the outside, Forged Well, UOK Hun along the inside. Next is Prince of Perth as they run towards the last of the jumps going down the back straight for the first time. And once again, all landing without mishap. Star Vantage is still right towards the back end of the field, along with Edgewell Be The Difference. And last of all, You Some Girl in that green and purple set of silks as they run towards the end of the back straight. Give Up Your Old Sins now working her way up onto the heels of the leading handful. And Brian Hughes, spot a blue and yellow coloured jacket, just wider out of the grey Guernsey. No more now than 4 or 5 lengths off the pace. Not sure I mentioned her when I went through that. The field a few moments ago as they now race on into the home straight, and they've got from here about 2 miles of their journey left, and it is still Punxsutawney Phil who leads from Fierce Warrior, Hostile Hotelier, Top Man Tom. Give Up Your Old Sins, Guernsey next in front of Kajaki, then Forged Well, Prince of Perth in white and red colours down the outside. UOK Hun and Anamanda following with Star Vantage, as they now make the journey on through their point of departure and on towards the next flight of hurdles. Punxsutawney Phil up and over fluently, and Guernsey just wrapping the top of that flight in around about 4th or 5th place. The field stretched out by about 15 lengths as they head down to halfway in the hurdle, which will be the last next time in this Ladbrokes Go North Brindisi Breeze Hurdle Series final. Punxsutawney Phil has made every yard of the running so far. Came over with 2.5 lengths in hand over Top Man Tom in the black and white stripes, Hostile Hotelier, and closer to us, the Nicky Henderson trained Fierce Warrior now stepping forward under James Bowen. His only ride here today, and as they hit the mirror, we've got a new leader. Fierce Warrior narrowly moves on in front of Punxsutawney Phil. Then Top Man Tom and Hostile Hotelier with Kajaki, and up the inside Guernsey the next two. Forged Well and Give Up Your Old Sins are chasing with Anamanda and UOK Hun, Prince of Perth, Star Vantage, Edgewell Be The Difference, and last of all continues to be the Rebecca Menzies trained mare You Some Girl, who's around about 12 lengths off Punxsutawney Phil, who has regained the lead going down the far side of the track, with Fierce Warrior now having to be content with a second spot. Didn't get too high at that hurdle either there, did Fierce Warrior, and possibly lacking fluency at that flight, Give Up Your Old Sins, who's now being pushed along by Brian Hughes. On they go towards the final mile of their journey, and the second of the flights over in the back. And it was Punxsutawney Phil who led from Fierce Warrior. With him behind them, Hostile Hotelier, Top Man Tom, who's never been too far away. Forged Well is up around the outside. All the greys together at the moment. Kajaki, Guernsey, and Amanda following with the improving Prince of Perth. As they now race towards the end of the back straight, UOK Hun is at this stage around about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead, and has probably got about 7 or 8 in front as well, as they now prepare to swing out of the back. Be The Difference is wider out. Next in running, Star Vantage from Edgewell, and and then follows You Some Girl and Give Up Your Old Sins, who's now dropped to last place as they're on the home turn. Half a mile left to travel in the Brindisi Breeze Hurdle Series final, and Punxsutawney's Phil still the one to go and catch. Off the bridle now, Fierce Warrior. Top Man Tom is in third, then pushed along in fourth, Hostile Hotelier. From Guernsey, Kajaki, Prince of Perth and Forge Well, but in the clear is Punxsutawney Phil, who's going great guns at the moment. Heading on down towards 2 out. Jamie Hamilton on board Punxsutawney Phil is clear to Top Man Tom along the inside of Fierce Warrior as they came over the second flight from home. Kajaki, then Anamanda, Guernsey, further back to Star Vantage and Hostile Hotelier. Can Punxsutawney Phil last it out here? Approaching the final hurdle, Fierce Warrior hasn't gone away. There's about 3 lengths behind them. You Some Girl is rattling home in a green coloured jacket from the back end of the field. Racing on this long run in for home, it is Punxsutawney Phil giving generously, but Fierce Warrior is closing the gap. Just a length or so between the pair, and Fierce Warrior is going to pick the pocket of Punxsutawney Phil late and gets up to win. Fierce Warrior wore down Punxsutawney Phil on the run in, with back in behind them Anamanda, and then towards the outside Star Vantage. You Some Girl was running on Hostile Hotelier, and You OK Hun down along the inner.
Yeah, getting up in the closing stages, but despite not being looking the easiest of